Southern Swing here in Bradenton, Florida, IMG. We are here with defensive lineman Jayden Jackson, class of 2024. Just finished your spring scrimmage. How was that, man?
Yes, sir. So everything was pretty good. You know, the boys, all we did was work hard, you know, working every day consistently. Just been on that grind since, you know, day one of spring, you know, and it's not going to stop here. You know, I know summer's around the corner, but we're still going to put in that work. You know, we always have to be prepared for the next season.
We always talk about iron, sharpening iron, and here at IMG, there's plenty of iron.
Yes, sir. I'd probably say diamond sharpen diamond. You know, it's very hard every single day. You know, we're working. It's just as hard as we can go, the other man's going to go as hard as I'm going. So, yes, sir.
Defensive line coach for Ohio State, Larry Johnson, was here to check you out. I mean, what does it mean having Ohio State, you know, checking in as much as they do?
You know, it was awesome, you know, seeing multiple coaches come out here. You know, I was trying to do my best, you know, just to show them where I really am at, you know, physically and what I've trained to do throughout the spring. Seeing Coach Johnson, you know, it was awesome. You know, I've known him since 8th grade, so yeah, we have a really good connection.
So that relationship is really deep then, because it's built on multiple years.
Yes, sir. Definitely is deep. You know, it runs back all the way 8th, sophomore, and junior season. So yeah, it's I'd say definitely strong connection.
And what's Ohio State been telling you?
You know, they've been telling me great things about their schemes. I went over the schemes. I actually recently went down there, you know, and it was just great. Everything was great about it, you know, everything as an 8th grader when I first knew him, you know, everything I dreamed that it would have been, it was.
Yeah, I saw you there at the spring game. What are your thoughts? Ohio State leads the nation in spring game attendance, like 75,000 for a scrimmage.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. The fans were just going crazy. You know, I took some pictures with a bunch of kids and stuff, and it was just great to meet everyone. And overall, it was just, you know, crazy experience.
So what's next for you? You got about 2 months, so you have to report back here for, you know, the run in 23. But, you know, what's next? Are you June officials?
Yeah, so I'm trying to schedule all my officials this summer. I'm looking to actually commit before my senior season, just to get it out of the way so I can just focus on football just that season.
Is Ohio State going to get one of those officials?
Yes, sir, most definitely. I'm looking to schedule all of my top 5 if possible this summer.
And what is it you need to see at all of these schools that you go to?
You know, what I love to see, you know, is, you know, their culture, just how they are. Definitely the D-line coach, how I would fit in, you know, their schemes, everything about it. You know, I don't really take in, you know, the pictures and stuff. That's not me. I'm there to, you know, see if that could set me up for my future, my life.
A lot of times people all want to talk about edge rushers or whatever, but what is it, you know, talk about the glue that's the defensive tackle.
Yes, sir. You know, everyone, you know, I give props to them, but, you know, the real dirty work is down inside. You know, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the interior, you know, our ends wouldn't be making the play, you know. But no one sees that. They just see the big play. So, you know, but I definitely got to give it up to my ends out here, Dylan Worthen, Elijah Golden. You know, they've been working their butts off, you know, their butts off this whole season, this whole spring. And I just want to give my shout-outs to them for being a great edge rusher.
Have any Ohio State commits gotten in your ear? I know that they've been very active in that peer recruiting world.
Yes, sir. A bunch of them follow me. You know, they've just been commenting under my posts, you know, doing all this, just saying, like, go Ohio State, OH. You know, the fans do the same thing. So, yes, sir.
Ultimately, it's a business decision. You got to do what's right to you. But
yes, sir.
Does it mean as much to an athlete when that happens? I mean, is it just, oh, that's all well and good, or is there something to it?
You know, me, I don't really mind it. You know, I know they're not making my decision, so I do support what they do. You know, I love how they support where I'm coming from, especially as a teenager. You know, becoming a man. But I just want to say, you know, that really doesn't have effect on me. Them commenting or telling me where to go, because at the end of the day, you know, it's going to be my decision. So.
Last question.
Yes, sir.
How much do you really know about Ohio State? Obviously, you've known Coach Johnson since 8th grade, but is it a program that you've watched through the years, or is it something that once recruiting really started to heat up, you're like, well, I probably should watch these guys?
Actually, yeah. So I've actually been a big fan of them. You know, I grew up in Midwest, Indiana, neighboring states. You know, all I heard was Notre Dame and Ohio State. So, you know, coming up from, you know, the Midwest, Ohio State was like the biggest school I could dream of seeing me play at. You know, I just loved everything about it. I loved what they stood for at that time. You know, still now, I don't know what I'm saying at that time, but I just love them ever since. So, yeah, I've been a fan since a kid.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Jayden Jackson, class of 2024, defensive lineman here at IMG Academy.
Yes, sir.
Until we meet again.
Yes, sir.